मैं कन्नड़ा फिल्म्स में कैमरामैन असिस्टेंट कैमरामैन
ग्रेट
करके मैं काम कर रहा था, लेकिन उस फिल्म फील्ड में 1 रुपए भी नहीं दिया। बहुत काम करके
इतनी मेहनत करने के बाद
इतनी
भी उसका
मेहनत
कुछ नहीं
करने के
मिला।
बाद भी कुछ नहीं मिला। तो मुझे ऐसा लगा कि क्यों ना मैं खुद का एक बिजनेस शुरुआत
Correct.
करूं। So one picture I have sold for 80,000 rupees
Oh,
for a foreign
great.
company. So in India, myself and E. Manrao were the only persons who were paying income tax for our hobby. The mirror which was in the DSLR and in manual cameras, that mirror has been removed so that vibration will not be there.
Yes.
So instead of that, they have made without mirror, they have made electronic this thing. So now because of the electronic gadgets in mirrorless cameras, the body has become weightless.
Yes.
It is very lightweight.
हर तस्वीर में छुपी होती है एक कहानी और हर लेंस के पीछे होता है एक विजन। नमस्कार दोस्तों, लेंस एंड लेगेसी विद अमित व्यास में आप सभी का हार्दिक स्वागत और अभिनंदन है। आज हमारे दूसरे एपिसोड में हम आपको एक ऐसी शख्सियत से मिलाएंगे जो फोटोग्राफी की दुनिया में हर तरीके की फोटोग्राफी करते हैं। उन्होंने अपने करियर में बहुत सारी ऐसी जर्नी देखी है जिसमें उन्होंने स्ट्रगल्स से लेकर के अपने स्टार्टिंग फेज से लेकर के अभी तक में बहुत सी उपलब्धियां भी ली है और बहुत से ऑनर्स भी प्राप्त किए हैं। हम आपको मिलाना चाहेंगे मिस्टर एस सतीश बेंगलुरु से। एस सतीश सर, वेलकम टू आवर पॉडकास्ट चैनल
Thank you.
लेंस एंड लेगेसी विद अमित
Thanks
व्यास। It's really pleasure for us to be have you on our podcast channel.
My pleasure too.
Yeah. So sir, we wanted to know about your journey, how you started into the photography and when you started photography in your career, in your life.
एक्चुअली जब मैंने फोटोग्राफी शुरुआत किया तब मैं 12 साल का बच्चा था।
Okay.
तब मेरा ब्रदर का एक फोटो कैमरा था, तो उन्हें मुझे एंकरेजमेंट करने के लिए उनका कैमरा मुझे देखकर वो बोल रहे थे कि मैं फिल्म्स देता हूँ आपको, तो अब जाके बाहर जो भी चाहिए वो शूट करके लेके आओ, मैं डेवलपिंग करके तुमको दिखाता हूँ करके एनकरेजमेंट दिया।
Okay.
तो मुझे कुछ भी नहीं मालूम था, फिर भी वो लेके गया, वो शूटिंग करवाता और लेके आने के बाद वो मुझे दिखाया कैसा फोटोस आ रहा है करके। तो तब से मुझे वो क्या बोलता है एक कैमरा बग बिटन हो गया।
Okay.
तो तब से मुझे
आप अपने चाइल्डहुड के अंदर फोटोग्राफी एज ए गेम, जो बच्चे आजकल के टाइम में मोबाइल और यूज करते हैं, तो आपने डिजिटल कैमरा वैसे मतलब अपना कैमरा यूज किया। उस समय रील का जमाना था, अपन रील्स वगैरह यूज करते थे, वो कितना डिफिकल्ट था? कभी आपको ऐसा नहीं लगा कि आज मैंने कोई फोटो खींचा और वो खराब हो गया, तो उसको कैसे हम सही से करते?
नहीं, उस दुनिया में क्या है, वो बच्चे का टाइम में है ना जी। मुझे नहीं मालूम है कि ये कैमरा कितना वैल्यू है, कॉस्टली है, या फिल्म के क्या कॉस्ट है, वो कुछ भी नहीं मालूम है। तो जो भी मेरा ब्रदर दे रहा था उसका हिसाब से मैं लेके जा रहा था और फोटोग्राफी करके लेके आ रहा था। लेकिन एक बार ऐसा हुआ कि मेरा सिस्टर के मैरिज हुआ, तो उस समय कोई फोटोग्राफर नहीं था, बहुत मुश्किल से मिल रहे थे, लेकिन मैरिज टाइम के लिए मिला नहीं। तो मेरा ब्रदर वो बहुत बिजी था मैरिज में।
Okay.
और उस समय में मैरिजेस सभी क्लोज्ड फैमिली सर्किट में होता है
जी।
अभी जैसा 1500-1200 लोगों का वैसा नहीं,
बिल्कुल नहीं होता था।
तो तब जस्ट 50 पीपल 100 पीपल मैक्सिमम। तो वो बहुत बिजी था, तो वो बोला कि मेरा ब्रदर ये कैमरा और ये फ्लैश लेके आपको जो भी आता है जैसा भी खींच लो, लेकिन फोटोग्राफी कर लो, क्योंकि फोटोग्राफर नहीं है।
बिल्कुल।
तो एक्चुअली वो it gave me a chance to try my hand at photography.
Okay.
तो जो भी मैं फोटोग्राफी किया उसमें very surprisingly no head cutting, no power cutting,
Okay.
nothing.
The composition was good.
Composition was very nice.
Yeah.
So my brother said, "You are doing very well, and you have taken very good pictures." So that encouragement actually gave me a very good boost in my life.
Great.
And after that, I wanted to become a photographer.
Mhm.
And my brother told me that you better become a film cameraman.
Yes.
तो इसी के वजह से मैं डिप्लोमा इन सिनेमाटोग्राफी किया.
Okay, great.
और एसजे पॉलिटेक्निक करके एक कॉलेज है यहाँ बैंगलोर में.
Okay.
सभी एशिया में एक ही कॉलेज है जहाँ हमको सिनेमाटोग्राफी के बारे में डिप्लोमा देता है. तो वहाँ 3 साल का डिप्लोमा था. वो करके मैं कन्नड़ा फिल्म्स में कैमरामैन, असिस्टेंट कैमरामैन करके मैं काम कर रहा था. लेकिन उस फिल्म फील्ड में 1 रुपए भी नहीं दिया. बहुत काम करके
इतनी मेहनत करने के
बाद भी कुछ नहीं मिला. तो ये मुझे ऐसा लगा कि क्यों ना मैं खुद का एक बिजनेस शुरुआत करूं. तो तब मैं छोड़ दिया फिल्म फोटोग्राफी. Then I took still photography. Okay. Then I became an independent photographer. Okay. तब से अभी तक मैं मेरा प्रोफेशन और मेरा हॉबी दोनों फोटोग्राफी है.
Okay, sir, when you started the photography as an individual photographer, so you were doing only studio photography or you started as a hobby, or how you?
Actually, I started as a hobby.
Okay.
तो क्या हुआ कि मेरा हॉबी के लिए बहुत पैसा जा रहा था. तो तब से मुझे एक आइडिया मिला कि क्यों ना मैं शादी का फोटोज भी करूं.
Okay.
तो तब इतना शादी नहीं हो रहा था. और भी इतना फोटोग्राफी का वैल्यू नहीं मालूम था लोगों को
जी.
तो एक फोटो के लिए 4 रुपए या 3 रुपए दे रहे थे. अगर मुझे 100 फोटोज लेना हो तो एक शादी में, वो बहुत बढ़िया मैरिज था.
Okay.
तो ऐसा सोच के मैं 100 फोटोज ले रहा था. अगर
you get 400 to 500 rupees.
500 rupees. That is very big amount.
Yes.
During those times.
Great.
So ऐसा है कि जो भी मैं उसमें कमाता हूँ यहाँ हॉबी में डाल रहा हूँ.
Great. So sir, when you started photography, how you learn about the camera, how it is working? Because that time we were using the manual camera.
Correct.
So how you started learning like these are the focus, these are the aperture, how we have to match those all things? Because now we are using the digital camera and it's very easy. Yes. We can do the auto mode also, and we can have shutter speed, aperture speed. So how difficult it was for you?
ऐसा है कि मैनुअल कैमरास में या डिजिटल कैमरास में जो भी है वो सेम फंक्शंस मैनुअल कैमरास में भी था
जी.
लेकिन मेरा जिंदगी में अभी तक गुरु नहीं है.
Okay.
जो भी मैं सीखा एक खुद का सेल्फ डिपेंडेंट और सेल्फ लर्निंग. तो ऐसा हुआ कि मेरे पास तभी मेरा ब्रदर का जो मैंने बता रहा था वो रेंज फाइंडर कैमरा था.
Okay.
तो बाद में मेरा फादर, जब मैं डिप्लोमा कर रहा था तब मेरा फादर एक SLR कैमरा गिफ्ट किया. वो पेंटाक्स MX मैनुअल कैमरा. तब उसका रेट था करीबन 3,500 का. And those times we were not getting cameras in India. And whoever goes to foreign and all, we have to request them.
Yes.
And they were coming after 8 months, 10 months or 1 year.
Correct.
अगर वो लेके आया तो हमारा लक है. नहीं तो और एक साल
वेट
करना पड़ता था. और यहाँ तब अभी चेन्नई है, तब वो मद्रास था. मद्रास में एक बर्मा बाजार करके है, वहां मिल रहा था लेकिन बहुत कॉस्टली, बहुत महंगा था.
That time it's really difficult to like take those things.
Very difficult. In fact, even bringing them the bus or this thing, there was a lot of checking.
Yes.
So if you are caught, your camera is gone. Okay. So we used to give it to the driver to keep it under his seat. And when we reached Bangalore, he used to give, and we were paying him some 50 rupees, 20 rupees like that as a tips.
Okay.
So these digital cameras, only the advantage now is it is very easy to use.
Yes.
And there is no film. And apart from that, manual cameras, whatever it is there, it is same in
It is already there.
digital camera.
Correct.
So I learned by trial and error method.
Okay.
फोकसिंग क्या होता है, अपर्चर क्यों है, और शटर स्पीड कैसा कंट्रोल करना है.
Correct.
And all this exposure triangle, that is ISO, shutter speed and aperture, ये कैसा कंट्रोल करना है, ये सभी मैं खुद सीखा. And learning is another thing. When you are talking with your friends and discuss, you learn a lot.
Correct. You told me sometimes back also, like still I am learning, like the phase when you started from the 12 years and now still you are learning. So guys, still you can see the phase how he has gone through. He is having a vast experience on this, but still he is learning, not only through the camera, not only through the photography, but the view what we are seeing. And whenever we are seeing the good view, we are here to click, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because art field, you take whether it is paintings or music or photography or anything. In art field, till our last breath, we keep learning. Every day there is a learning process.
Correct.
And there is no photographer in the world who can say I am an expert. Because every day we are going to learn. And learning by not only by the masters, even from the child also, when he teaches something which he knows and which we do not know, we come to know from that kid.
From kid also.
So that way we are learning a lot. And this kind of this thing, it will make you master. Otherwise, if you think that I already know everything, I'm an expert, then that is the declining stage. You are going down by down every day. If you think that you don't know anything, you are going to gain a lot in your life.
Thanks, sir. Thanks for sharing your thoughts. So now I will ask, like, when you started participate in the competitions and you got your first award.
So in 1982, I completed my diploma in cinematography. Okay. Then from 1982 to 85, 86, I was working for Kannada Films. During that time, I had my SLR camera, Pentax MX, and I was shooting outdoors also.
Okay.
And after shooting outdoors, I was taking landscapes, people, flowers, everything, whatever it was looking beautiful. Portraitures, street photography, or wildlife, or anything, I used to shoot. So that time I got interested towards color transparency.
Okay.
So color transparency is entirely a different film where you get positive in the picture. You don't get any prints.
Yes.
There is no negative also. It is a direct positive. So giving exposure should be 100 out of 100. It cannot be 95% or 105%, because even if you give half stop or one stop overexposure or underexposure, that picture cannot be used.
Correct.
Unlike in your negatives, if it is a half stop or one stop underexposure, overexposure, you can still print a very good print. But in color transparency, you have to be 100% sure on exposure. So like that, I learned a lot on exposure. So you show me any lighting, any lens, any camera, I'll tell you the exposure, and you keep in that, you will get the best picture. So that expertise, it comes only when you use color transparency. Yes. Because you have to be sure on 100% exposure. So like that, I learned a lot on this thing. So that time, I shot many color transparencies. Once my friend asked me, what are you doing with color transparency? I said, it's just love. I want to project and show it to the people, and nothing else. So he said, my house owner, he is a top MD of one of the bank. Okay. That time it was Canara Bank. So he said he is a MD. So he is looking for some pictures. So I'll introduce you. So if you want to show it to him, whatever they give, you take, because that will be good for you. So I went along with these pictures to his house. He saw my pictures. He liked it a lot. So that time he said, we are making a brochure for Canara Bank for loans for these laborers or street vendors or vegetable vendors and all. So we want pictures like that, and also lorry drivers or bus drivers like that. So we want pictures like that. So I said, you give me 1 week time, sir. I'll go and shoot and bring you. And that time, getting the film was very costly, and we have to send it to Mumbai. For that time, it was Bombay to get the film processed, and that used to take 15 days to come back. So I told him, you give me 1 week, but I didn't know they'll take so much of time. But anyway, he was very adjusting nature. So he gave me 1 month time. And by that time, he selected about 5 or 6 images from my stock pictures. And he told me that, yeah, I will pay you 250 rupees for each picture. Is that okay for you? That was the lowest actually.
Okay.
And the cheapest. But I said, they are paying me 250 rupees. And my roll was around 200 rupees.
Okay.
So for one roll of film, 36 pictures, for one picture I am getting 250. So I really felt very happy. I said, okay, sir, I'll give for 250. So he purchased 5 pictures, and he told me, you shoot more pictures like this, whatever I have told you. And if I like, I'll buy all those things. So I went to the market. I went to highway to shoot lorry drivers with lorry and all those things. He loved my composition and my treatment of subject. I did not know any idea about this.
Yes.
That was very new. So he liked my composition, the idea that I am shooting and all. And all pictures, it was perfect for his brochure.
Yeah.
So he loved it. So he said, okay, since you have done so much of work, I'll give you 500 rupees for each picture.
Oh, great.
So I felt so happy.
Yes.
Then from that moment, I became a stock photographer.
Okay.
And that means I started taking lot of pictures on various subjects, keeping in my stock. And from my stock, I used to sell for corporate offices. You know, those times we never had any corporate office or software companies. It was only banks, all the banks and government officers, and those who are making greeting cards, calendars, all those things. Those people I targeted. So I went and met all the advertising agency managers and the boss. I showed them my stock pictures. See, these are because only from color transparency they can make very good pictures. Print on the brochures. From color negative and black and white they cannot. So it was very difficult. So they wanted only color transparency. So I worked more on color transparencies. I had during that time around from 87 onwards up to 2007, I had nearly about 80,000 images.
Oh, 80,000
80,000 images on all subjects.
Oh.
You ask for temple, you ask for landscape, flowers, people, children, wildlife, birds, people with beggars, everything you ask, anything you want, I had stock. So these people, when they want to produce calendars or brochures and all, they first consult me. They have these pictures. I showed them. So they got most of the pictures. So they pay. And if they don't have that, I don't have that pictures, they tell, can you get us? So I used to go and shoot and get them all this. So like that, I increased the price from 500 rupees to 1,000 to 5,000 rupees for each picture, like that. So one picture I have sold for 80,000 rupees for a foreign company.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was a German company.
Still, there is no company that giving 80,000 for one image. Nowadays,
no, actually, there was no company who can pay more than 5,000.
5,000 also. Correct.
So this foreign company fellow, they wanted one particular picture of Indian this thing. They said, you can quote any amount, we are ready to pay, but we want this picture. I don't know, I don't remember the picture because it was long time. So they paid 80,000 rupees.
Oh, great.
So like that, and for your information, during my journey of photography, there was Sri E. Hanumantrao, who was one of the top wildlife photographer from Bangalore. He is internationally well known.
Yes.
So he also was shooting color transparencies, and he was into wildlife.
Yes.
And he was having very minimal of monuments and other things in Karnataka. During that time, I traveled all over India, every nook and corner. At the age of 17 years, when I passed out of diploma in cinematography, I started first trip. I went alone for South India trip with my camera and color transparency.
Oh.
And I bought only 3 rolls or 2 rolls, something, that's all. And I covered whole of South India.
Great.
And that also I sold many pictures in that. So Mr. E. Mantra was one person who was selling lot of color transparency. Then afterwards, myself. So in India, myself and E. Mantra were the only persons who were paying income tax for our hobby.
Great.
So that time nobody were paying any income tax.
Yes.
So we two were paying income tax, and during that time, Mr. Ihan Mantra was the only competitor, and for him, I was the only competitor.
Yeah. So when you started your wildlife photography along with Hanumantra, or after that also you started?
Actually, I used to go with Hanumantra for slide shows. I used to carry his slide projector, and I used to go in his car, set up the projector for his talks and everything, and I was changing the slides and all during his talks. So that time I got a lot of interest to get into wildlife. So I wanted to become a wildlife. Till then I was a pictorial photographer. I started my photography with pictorial photography. So with pictorial is nothing but when you're using very good quality of side lighting, backlighting, and with very good composition, subject treatment, everything should be perfect in your single picture.
Sure.
So that pictorial aspect of photography is base for all kinds of photography. So if you are expert in pictorial photography, then you can work in the same way in wildlife also, in wedding also, in portraiture or in landscape or anything. So pictorial photography is the base for this thing.
Correct.
So I started as a pictorial photographer. That's why I think my photographs are, whatever awards I get, it's because of my base in pictorial photography. Even in wildlife, I incorporate my pictorialism into wildlife. That's why it beautifies the image. Maybe backlighting, maybe the composition, placement of subjects, all these things is very important in pictorial. And in wildlife, that time I took up wildlife, and I became more towards as a wildlife photographer, and everybody in India, they started talking about my wildlife and particularly bird photography, and they treated me as a wildlife photographer.
Yes.
But basically, I'm a pictorial photographer. So now I'm doing all kinds of photography, like portraiture photography, or travel photography, street photography, and weddings also. I do candid shoots in weddings and other things. And I do architecture. I have worked for many architects and have taken their buildings, interiors, everything. I have done industrial photography. And for my bread and butter, I am doing product and industrial photography now.
Great.
And whatever I get in my business, I put into my hobby for traveling and for shooting pictures. Now the digital has come.
Yeah.
So I'm shooting more and more picture. Right now I have got nearly about around 2.5 to 3 lakh pictures in my stock on various subjects.
So still you have this much of a stock?
Yeah, I got stock and everything.
Great. So definitely, guys, I will show some of the picture of H.Satish sir. You can see like how he has expertise into the various subject. So you can see the images here, how these images are going. And sir, when you started participate in your salon photography, and how you learn like I have to participate in the salon photography, and how it is different from the other competition?
See, actually, this salon photography is entirely different because in salon photography, whatever I have said about pictorial photography, they also look if your picture is really good in all aspects like composition, lighting, subject treatment, everything. So that is why I was more successful in salon photography because of my pictorial base. And in 1981, my first picture got accepted in China.
Oh,
So then I thought, why not I get into salon photography? There we are losing money. We are not gaining any money.
yes,
So we have to pay entry fees. And we should have more number of pictures to participate in different sections.
different section.
When I started in 1981 up to 2000, there was only three sections like color, pictorial monochrome, and nature.
Yes.
Only three. Then they actually in film it was only color, pictorial, and black and white pictorial. Then nature, either color or black and white you can give. It was like that. Then they changed it into prints. They had additional this thing about prints. One is color print, another is nature. In color print you can give anything. In nature print it has to be only nature, wildlife, basically animal, birds, and
so sometimes, sir, while we are submitting photograph for the nature division, so it's contain wildlife along with the sceneries or what. So can you please explain more, because sometimes people got confused because they are seeing two categories nowadays, like nature and wildlife. So what is the basic difference between these two, and how we can recognize like this photo can be submitted in the wildlife only and it will look good, and this photo we can submit it
okay.
in the
Actually, in nature section, if you take nature, so what is nature? Whatever the God has given to us in natural form, like the beautiful landscapes where there is no man-made things seen, like any electric pole or a road or any buildings or so many things where you are not showing any man-made things, then it becomes natural. So if you add any buildings or any tar road or vehicles or any poles, electric poles and all, you are including the man-made things. So it is not nature's gift, it's a human gift. So there, then it does not come under nature. So in nature, whatever the natural scenes you find, like landscapes and all, that comes into nature photography. Wildlife photography is nothing but wild animals, where animals, birds, and insects that are found naturally in the jungles, they are all come under wildlife section. So in nature section, you can include all this, like wildlife also, plus landscape also. If there is no nature section, if it is only wildlife section, then landscapes are not allowed. Only animals, birds, and insects are allowed. And in American countries or European countries, in wildlife section also they mention animals and birds separately in section.
Okay.
Where you have to send only animals, and in another section only birds.
Only birds.
And insects and landscapes are not allowed. So you have to go through the rules of that particular salon to know more about that.
Okay, great. Sir, what is your on-the-go camera, what you are using currently, and what are the lenses you are using?
See, actually, when I started my photography long back, I kept on changing the cameras and lenses because up to certain level, like pictorial photography I was doing, so 28 to 105 or 24 to 120 was sufficient. But when it comes to wildlife, you have to go minimum of 300 mm up to 500 to 600 mm. And believe me, I got all my international awards, international distinctions, highest distinctions, everything in 100 to 300 mm lens. That was the only lens I had.
Okay.
And I shot all my birds and animals, everything only in that. Then I sold that and I bought Nikon 80 to 400 mm. So I used it for a very long time. After I stopped my salon photography for a long time, when I became a judge in national and international salons, I became very busy in judging. So I stopped participating in salons. Now I have restarted participating. So I stopped for almost many years. So after stopping, I bought my 600 mm prime lens.
Okay.
So during my peak period, I never had 600 mm.
Oh.
So it is always that whatever the equipments you have, you can do wonderful photography. Don't tell me that my friend has got 400 mm, he has got 600. That's why he is doing very well. I don't have any such type of lens, so I cannot do. Don't do like that. Whatever equipment you have is very good. In that, you should have a mind and you should have thought process for how to improve my picture, whatever I am shooting. Like you can take up bird photography, you can take up macro photography where you don't need 400 mm or 600 mm, you need only 100 mm. So you can take up macro photography and you can be a very good nature photographer. So it is not always that equipment matters. But now uh, when the digital and the mirrorless cameras have come, even the cameras matters a lot. Correct. Earlier there was a say, if you know, yes, the man behind the camera is important.
Correct.
Now it is not so. Even the cameras and lenses are very important.
Yes.
Because the technology is so much, you will get amazing images. And whatever you think, you will get it in your cameras.
That is what, sir, my next question is like, we heard about mirrorless camera nowadays. Earlier we used to heard about the DSLR camera. So what is the basic difference between DSLR camera and mirrorless camera?
See, first of all, what we have to compare is the manual cameras, when we had films. So the film has been removed and the sensor has been put instead of the film. And instead of the film cassette where we used to record our images and keeping in the negative form. So there, that is been removed and now the SD card and CF cards are there, where that is called as a storage device. So in mirrorless cameras, the mirror which was in the DSLR and in manual cameras, that mirror has been removed so that vibration will not be there. Yes. So instead of that, they have made without mirror, they have made electronic this thing. So now because of the electronic gadgets in mirrorless cameras, the body has become weightless. It is very lightweight.
Okay.
And the quality of images what you can take is far superior than DSLRs.
Okay, so after starting this salon photography, you have participated as a jury member also. So how much it is difficult for you to judge the photo and select the award particular, like we have many PSA gold medal, FIAB gold medal. There are so many awards out there.
Yes.
But how it is difficult for you to select those awards?
Actually, once you become a very good photographer in salons, you know the salon standards. So what kind of pictures are accepted, what kind of pictures are getting certificate, and which is good for awards, all those things. You will get, naturally, you will get one idea. So for All India Salon, it is a different type of judging. Even the pictures are different.
Yes.
And in international, it is more difficult because the competition is among the photographers all over the world.
Correct.
So so international salons are more tough. Even to judge, it is very tough because some of the images are really awesome, which we have not done in our lifetime. Yeah. Such kind of images they produce. So during that time, we also get to learn a lot about that kind of techniques that they are using and all. So sometimes if we get too many pictures, very good pictures for awards, then it really becomes very difficult for us to give particular award to particular person. So it is quite difficult, but it is really thrilling always seeing so many thousands and thousands images you are going to see, where no other photographer, if he is not a judge, he is not having such kind of chance to see so many images. So one way, if you are a judge, you are very lucky to see thousands of beautiful images world over. So your photography also increases a lot. Your techniques and thought process, everything will be changing after each judging.
Yes. So I would like to ask, like, what message you want to give to our youth for the photography journey, how they can start their career, and how they can become a professional photographer. So can you please guide him?
See, actually, when anybody takes up photography as a hobby, uh, nowadays they put up a lot of money for equipments. I advise the youngsters, those who are amateurs still, and those who want to come up or take up professional photography, don't invest too much money initially. Once you get your hand good at photography, once you get all the technical qualities of photography, if you become an expert in the field, then you can invest more and more depending on your particular interest in particular field of photography. And then if you want to become a wildlife photographer, don't think that if I invest 15 lakhs or 10 lakhs rupees and buy all my equipments, tomorrow I will become a nature photographer. It is wrong. It is you have to work very hard, know more about the subject, know about their behaviors, all those things, and then these technical things, it becomes easier later. But knowing about the behavior and study of their behavior of animals is more important. For that, you have to take more number of years to study. Then you become an expert in wildlife photography. So other genres of photography, though it is very easy to talk, but when you are shooting like street photography or portrait photography or travel photography, it is really difficult once you are traveling, because it is not easy cup of tea for everybody. So better you get experienced yourself in particular field that you are going to choose. Don't think that you can do all kinds of photography at once. It is not possible for all. So slow and steady wins the race. So slow and steady, you learn everything and become an expert. And how do you get knowledge about photography and technicalities is, you have to show your images to seniors, get their advice, and also keep discussing about technical issues or technical parts of photography with all the friends, and keep watching the podcasts or interviews or any other things on photography in internet. You will learn a lot, and attend a lot of exhibitions where you can see images, and you can learn about composition, about the printing, about the process technique, processing, all those things. Photography is everything. Knowing about your cameras, knowing about the art, and finally presentation. Presentation is nothing but processing your images perfectly well. Whatever you see while you shoot, you have to get it on the print. So if you don't get those things, you are imperfect. So make yourself very perfectionist, then you become an expert photographer. All the best for all the amateurs and those who are interested to take up photography.
Great, sir. Great to know this. And now I will have some rapid fire questions, like, which one is your favorite place to click the photography?
For as a photographer, I cannot say the favorite place, because for photographer, every place is fantastic.
Okay.
And if you take landscape, there is a different places for landscape, which is my favorite. If you take birds, I got different place for birds. If it is animals, it's different, like that. So for traveling also, it is a different countries or different places I love a lot. So as a photographer, since I am doing all genres of photography or I am into all fields of photography. I got many of them are favorite places, particularly in India. We are in such a country. We are so lucky to be born in this fantastic country where every nook and corner of the country is so beautiful. The culture, the tradition, the people, and the festivals we have, the places, the beautiful landscape places we have, the wildlife, the number of animals and birds that is found. We cannot complete even if we take rebirth 7 times. We cannot complete.
Yeah.
So much of diversity is there in India. So there are every nook and corner of country is so beautiful for me.
Great. So do you have any thought in your mind like this is my dream photo that I need to click? I will go there and I will click something which I haven't clicked yet in so many of years.
Yes, I got this idea many times when I am judging. So when you judge international salon, you see some of the fantastic images. You think I should have this picture. I wish this picture is mine. So it's a dream picture, but it is difficult to achieve that because there are various factors to achieve that. So each and every time we feel when we are looking at some pictures, it is so fantastic that you want to take like that. There are many dream pictures, particularly in wildlife, which in wildlife we cannot dream and take that picture. It is highly impossible. So when the situation is happening, you have to take picture. Whereas your dream picture comes successful in landscape photography or in portraiture or in any other field, but not in wildlife. Because wildlife, it cannot work according to you.
Correct.
You have to work according to the wildlife. So like that. But I do have a lot of dream pictures in mind.
Sure. We wish like you will get your dream pictures soon. And guys, we will get to know like if they want to see your work or they want to connect with you, how they can connect. Can you please let them know?
I'm continuously publishing my images on Instagram. So, and also Facebook. So both Facebook and Insta have the same ID like H.Satish BLR. So you can log into H.Satish BLR and you can also subscribe or you can follow me to see all my images.
तो दोस्तों, अगर आप लोगों को हमारे लेंस एंड लेगेसी विद अमित व्यास का ये एपिसोड अच्छा लगा है एस सतीश सर के साथ, तो मैं आपसे आशा करता हूं कि आप इसको जरूर लाइक एंड शेयर सब्सक्राइब कीजिए। और अगर आप एस सतीश सर से बेंगलोर में यूथ फोटोग्राफी क्लब से जुड़ना चाहते हैं तो आप हमसे भी कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं। जैसे एस सतीश सर ने बताया, इनका इंस्टाग्राम हैंडल है S.Satish.BLR। आप वहां पर जाकर के सर्च कर सकते हैं और उन लोगों से जुड़ सकते हैं। Thank you, sir. Thanks for coming.
Thank you
and
so
also,
much.
Thank you.